黒森美直です。先日の動画でアメリカの国営放送である VOA、ボイスオブアメリカについて簡単にお話ししましたが、本日は彼らが制作している実際の番組をご覧になってください。テーマはカリフォルニア州が今後州の独立した価値観を守るために第二次トランプ政権と厳しい戦いに挑んでいくというものです。州政府と連邦政府の価値観は必ずしも同じであるわけがなく、だからこそ州には自治権があるんですけれども、リポーターはその自治権に重点を置いた話をしているように私には見えます。自治体とその住民の権利は確かに民主主義の基本なんですが、それが実際の社会の中でどうやって現実と折り合いをつけていくのかということはまた別の話でしょう。リポートの中では民主党側だけではなく共和党の言い分も扱ってはいますが、共和党側に関してはリポーターが解説を加えることはなく、民主党の言い分ばかりが目立つような構成になっていると黒森には見えます。最後に出てくる大学教授はできるだけ公平に話をしているようですけれども、本人の声ではなくリポーターが語っている部分は教授の話の中からの切り抜きのように見えました。
California lawmakers convened at the Capitol in Sacramento on Monday for an emergency session to protect state policies from expected challenges by the incoming Trump administration. Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas said the body must prepare for legal battles with the federal government.
If LGBTQ people come under attack, if hardworking immigrants are targeted, if women's reproductive freedom is threatened, we will fight back with everything we have.
During the first Trump presidency, California sued the administration more than 120 times, successfully defending state immigration policies, vehicle emission standards, and access to health care. During the campaign, Trump again pledged to revoke California's ability to regulate vehicle pollution and to deport all unauthorized immigrants. He also threatened to withhold disaster relief funds if the state resists his policies. California Governor Gavin Newsom, who called for the session, is asking the legislature for an additional $25 million for the state's legal defense fund.
It's really important that we are doing everything we can to prepare, to suit up for what's going to be a huge battle. At the same time, we have to balance the need for some of these legal battles with the priorities that are necessary to ensure that we are supporting our communities' everyday needs, housing, homelessness.
The proposed legal fund is coming at a time when California is facing a growing budget deficit, as well as fears of a worsening state economy under Trump. However, with its Democratic majority, defense of the state's progressive values is expected to have broad support. But James Gallagher, leader of the Assembly's Republican minority, said that preparing to fight the federal government was the wrong approach.
So I sent a letter to President Trump and I said, hey, there's a lot of Californians out here and elected officials who want to work with you, and especially in the areas of wildfire prevention, water, housing, energy costs.
Outside the Capitol, demonstrators marched, drawing attention to the threat posed by Trump's proposed mass deportations. California, which has an estimated 1.8 million unauthorized immigrants, is a sanctuary state and has refused to assist federal deportation efforts in the past. Republican Assembly member Bill Asaley says this must end.
Border security, immigration policy, that's not a state issue. We can't have 50 states have separate immigration policies in the United States of America. We have to have one policy.
The power granted states to resist federal overreach has been used since the drafting of the U.S. Constitution and is intended to protect citizens, says David Carrillo of Berkeley Law at the University of California.
To a certain extent, conflict between the states and the federal government is a feature, not a bug. It's anticipated. It's not necessarily something to avoid. It's expected. Sometimes the federal government might be your friend, your sword, or your shield. Sometimes your state might be the one defending you against the federal government. And both of those conditions have been true at various points throughout American history.
The legislature will debate and then vote on the emergency measures before Trump takes office on January 20th. Matt Dibble, VOA News, Sacramento, California.
いかがでしょうか。黒森美直でした。